Welcome into episode 6 of the Just Some Dudes Gaming Podcast. I'm Jake,
I'm Skylar.
and today we are talking about determining the best PS4 game via a bracket. But before we do that, Skylar, how you doing?
I'm good. Tired of this cold weather, man.
Hasn't been too bad now.
Yeah, it has warmed up a bit.
Had like that one weekend where everybody thought the apocalypse was going to happen.
Yeah, that sucked. I had to stay up at work.
But we were like on the top of the storm.
Mm-hmm.
So like we like barely got hit because I don't know why, but on Instagram I've been suggested posts and everything. And so I get all these posts of like school is canceled, but it's like for ISDs that I'm like nowhere close to.
Yes, yeah.
But like Dallas was closed from like Monday to Thursday.
Are you serious?
Maybe even Friday. I don't know.
Damn.
So either they got hit really hard or they're just a bunch of wusses.
Well, to be fair, we aren't very good at driving in the snow down here.
But like, ugh, I can't even imagine Dallas with like even rain.
Right. Yeah, with all that traffic.
People are already crazy enough.
Mm-hmm.
I did see a guy this morning though. He was speeding his dick off just to get to a red light. So
That's how it goes.
All right, a little bit of housekeeping. We upload gaming videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This week, you're going to be getting episode 4 of Hitman on Monday. On Wednesday, you're going to be getting episode 6 of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And on Friday, you're going to be getting episode 6 of Silent Hill F. And I guess also, because I didn't have this on here, but by the time that this posts, we'll have also played the first hour of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. That's that posted on Saturday. And then also this coming Saturday, we play the first hour of Neo 3. A lot of stuff. All right, let's get into it.
All right.
Topic of the show. All right. The best PS4 games bracket. I got 32 games. We're doing single elimination. So game A and game B go up against each other. Whatever wins will go up between whatever wins between game C and game D.
All right.
So the way I set up the bracket is these are first party exclusives at the time of release. Okay. So, obviously Sony's making this push of putting games to PC, right, but like at launch, they were PS4 exclusives. Third party exclusives, again, at the time of release. So those are the games, because originally I had like games that were, or I was going to go even games associated with PlayStation. But for this website for free, you can only go to 32 games. And so,
oh, that's whack.
So I was like, all right, well, but it was like perfect of first party and third party exclusives. It was like right at 32. It was like perfect.
Yeah. No, that works.
So I put all the games in release order in the site, and then I hit the randomize button 3 times. And I haven't even really looked at this list, so I don't really even know what's going up against each other.
Surprise for you too. All
right, here's how the shakedown goes. So we have Killzone Shadowfall versus Shadow of the Colossus Remake. Then we have God of War 2018 versus Uncharted 4 Thieves End. Then we have Knack versus Neo. And then Persona 5 versus The Last Guardian. Bloodborne versus Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oof, as I'm going through these, there's some that are like, oh.
Yeah, that's...
These are
some of these are going to be tough.
Next up, Persona 5 Royal versus Gravity Rush Remastered. Horizon Zero Dawn versus Days Gone, Little Big Planet 3 versus Until Dawn, Infamous Second Son versus Ratchet and Clank, Detroit Become Human versus Resogun, Ghost of Tsushima versus Marvel Spider-Man
Oh,
2018, uh, Concrete Genie versus Gravity Rush 2, Uncharted The Lost Legacy versus Judgment, Dreams versus The Order 1886, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture versus The Last of Us Part 2, and Death Stranding versus Drive Club.
okay.
Those are your competitors and who they're facing up against.
Have you played all of these?
No.
Me neither. Okay.
So that is something to get up front. We haven't played all of these, so there will be some of like, well, I played this one, but I didn't play this one. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is ultimately our bracket. We're not coming out and being like, this is the best.
Right. Yeah.
This is our.
Just our little opinion again.
Maybe we fight each other at the end. Who knows? Maybe this is my best PS4 game.
You all pull out 2 daggers.
All right. The first matchup, Killzone Shadowfall versus Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Okay, well, obviously Shadow of the Colossus is gonna win this.
Why? What's wrong with Killzone?
I don't know. Well, did you ever play the new one?
No.
Oh, well, it's like okay, I guess. It wasn't that great from what I remember. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like groundbreaking like Shadow of the Colossus.
No, I mean, obviously it's Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah, Killzone, we talked about it. I feel like we talked about Killzone like kind of recently.
We did. We talked about it just a little bit.
And I don't remember. But it is a game that I do want to, because it was a PlayStation 4 launch game.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get my PS4 until 2015. So this was past. I never played any of the other Killzone, so it was just something that I just never got into. I mean, I don't know. It looked cool. But yeah, I mean, Shadow of the Colossus. Dude,
Yeah.
that's a sick game.
There's just no way it could top that. That's a classic, man.
I mean, that's where I have my infamous moment of thinking I'm the biggest badass because I jumped onto a bird and I'm like, dude, did you just see that? And then I find out like years later, like that's what you're supposed to do. It's like, damn, man. But I think that's because then you also have, because, I had that moment right there and we live in the age of the internet now.
Yeah.
But like this was a PS2 game and the internet wasn't a thing back then. You have to imagine that's how everybody felt.
Oh, dude, I guarantee it. They were like, holy shit.
But yeah, really awesome game.
Yeah,
so,
it is.
Shadow of the Colossus. I actually don't know. Oh, start tournament. Boom. Shadow of the Colossus. Oh, I could give it a score. All right, next up. God of War 2018 versus Uncharted 4, The Thieves' End.
That's
the beginning of a new and the end of an old.
Yeah, that's actually kind of tough though.
Even tough on the story aspect for me. Because like
Yeah.
God of War's story is super awesome. And then Uncharted 4 is wrapping up a story in a really cool way.
It is cool, but I have to give it to God of War only because of that ending sequence where you're looking at the murals and you find out that your son is Loki. And I don't know, for me, that was like a, oh shit, that's fucking awesome kind of like reveal. Uncharted 4's story was really good wrap up and everything, but it didn't have anything super mind blowing to me.
Yeah, it was the thing. I need to go back and play the other Uncharted games again because I just don't remember them that much. But I feel like even with Uncharted 2 still gets talked about the most with like the train sequence and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess we're in agreement. God of War.
Yeah.
Moving on. No hard feelings, Nathan.
Yeah, none at all.
We'll see you again at some point, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
All right, next up. Knack versus Neo.
What is Knack?
Knack was a PlayStation 4 launch game. I can show you the cover art. Like you've seen the cover art, and
Okay.
I honestly don't know much about it.
I've seen it, yeah, but never did hop into
I
it.
just know that um, he was either the director or something, but was a Mark Cerny, and he's the like PlayStation god. Essentially, he's like the person that knows everything, and he's like when the PlayStation 5 was coming out, they did
Mm,
that. They did that one presentation, I guess is the word to use, where they had like these. It almost just seemed like cut out silhouettes of people in the crowd because it
mhm.
was like COVID.
Oh, okay,
But
yeah.
then he's on stage and he's talking about the architecture of the PS5 uh and everybody was all excited. But it's
Mhm.
like this is Mark Sturdy, like he's about to tell you the most nerdy ass shit about this console.
Yes.
uh, but I think he was like heavily involved with Knack.
Okay.
But Knack and Knack 2 are like in my sphere of like listening to kind of funny and stuff is like the joke game when you talk about like the greatest game ever. It's like, oh well,
Oh,
Knack. And it's like what games will be announced at the next showcase and stuff. It's like, well, obviously Knack 3. It's like we gotta go back.
okay.
Uh the Neo 3 is actually gonna be my first one. I've never played any of the other ones. But uh of that team being Team Ninja, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. They have Neo. They did Wolong Fallen Dynasty. They did that Final Fantasy game with the character's name. They kept looking for Chaos. It's like, where the fuck is Chaos?
I remember you talking about that. I don't remember the character name.
uh, but from what I understand, Neo, like all of their games are pretty okay.
Mm,
Like none of them are like particularly bad, but like Neo is the standout.
yeah.
And also, Neo's having a third game. Knack only has two. So
Fair enough. I did play a little bit of the first Neo. Didn't get very far, but
why is that?
because it's hard as shit.
You realize what game it was?
Yep. I
it's like
sent that shit back to Gamefly so fast.
it's like when you bought a Black Myth Wukong, you're like, hey, check it out. I was like, you don't understand what you just did.
It wasn't Black Myth. That was Reina, the one that looks like a
Oh yeah,
Pixar.
Kana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kana,
yeah.
Kana.
You like the art style. I was like, you don't know what you just did.
I actually beat that one though.
Oh man, that was such a good game.
It was good.
Where's the second one? Or where's just the next game from that studio?
Mm,
I don't even know who the studio is. So
Neo.
Neo, moving on. Next up, Persona 5 versus The Last Guardian.
Oh, I know you're probably leaning towards Persona. I've never played any of them.
Well, here's what I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, Persona 5, very good.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have Persona 5 Royal on the list. And I think Royal is basically there's like a additional semester at the end and stuff. And like there's some things where they interweave that storyline into the base game
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And there are some things that's kind of like kind of weak. But then it's you get the resolution with the final semester and
Yeah.
everything. Uh and I do think that because of that, Royal does go above Persona 5. So what I'm saying is, since we have both, Persona 5 doesn't really need to move on.
Okay. I'm down for Last Guardian
Because
then.
also,
Mm-hmm.
you and I are, I think, a lot higher on The Last Guardian than a lot of other people.
I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah, that was a really fun one. Because I don't know, like, I feel like people complain about the gameplay and like how janky it feels. But I feel like it's like the exact same as Shadow of the Colossus, and like that's the
Yeah.
point.
A lot of people complained about the AI for the Ichiro, whatever the
The dog bird.
yeah, because the AI for it is pretty annoying, but at the same time, it's realistic. Trying to get some animal that's not even trained to do what you want it to do.
Yeah,
So,
get a dog and get back to me.
but yeah, I picked that game.
Last Guardian. Moving on. Next up. Oof.
Which one was this one?
Oof. Bloodborne versus Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You already know which one I'm picking.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing because I would pick Bloodborne. Bloodborne, I think, because, man, it's so hard. Because Bloodborne, I think, is, and it's not even I think, it is my favorite FromSoft.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, God damn, but Remake is really good too.
It is.
That's rough.
Well, I mean, okay, so FromSoft is not very good with their stories. They're very vague and everything with it. I don't know if Bloodborne is the same way. I played a little bit of it with you.
Oh, and 7 Remake isn't all over the place.
It's a lot more straightforward compared to having to pick up fucking letters and read shit just to get lore.
Well, I mean, you also know that I don't give a shit about
Yeah,
story.
Yeah, that is true. Gameplay wise, I don't know, man. 7's probably better whenever it comes down to it. But
Maybe we just start over and I press randomize.
I'll leave this one up to you to pick. Because you have played both of them. And I'm just really biased whenever it comes to Souls likes or even a Souls game. So
This is so tough. This Bloodborne's so fucking good. But then there are more things that I could point to with Remake. The characters are cool. The story is bombastic.
that dude takes his shades off and there's another pair on.
We're going Remake. Ugh, that hurts. Damn, Bloodborne gone on round 1. Fuck. That's fucking nuts.
It is what it is, man.
If this were my way, I think Bloodborne would have made it to the end. I can't. That's just a rough situation. That's just 2 titans going up against each other.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, next up, Persona 5 Royal versus Gravity Rush Remastered.
Okay, well, I don't think either one of us has played Gravity Rush.
Yeah, and I've already said my spiel about Persona 5.
So Persona takes the win.
Congratulations. Next up, Horizon Zero Dawn versus Days Gone.
Horizon Zero Dawn, 100%. Days Gone isn't bad. It isn't. But I don't know, I felt limited whenever I was just trying to get around to places because you have to worry about the damn gas for your bike. If they didn't have that aspect of it, it would be okay. I get where they were going with it, but
yeah, I wanna try it again because now they have the remastered version.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of want to try it again at some point because I don't feel like I gave it that much of a fair shot. Because I think I just got enraptured with all the reviews and stuff. Because I bought the game and I got, I don't know, maybe like a couple hours in, but just all the reviews were like, you know, it's like it's kind of whatever, you know, all this stuff. And at this point in the PS4 generation, we're at like the high points. So it's like, oh, well, this isn't as good as it. So then I just stopped playing. And also, Horizon Zero Dawn. That's robot dinosaurs. Moving on. Congratulations. All right. Little Big Planet 3 versus Until Dawn.
I haven't played either one. I've watched somebody play Until Dawn.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought you played it.
Mm-mm.
But okay, watched it, yeah. Yeah, this is it's a thing of because I know that people love Little Big Planet,
Mhm.
but I've never played it.
No, I've heard that it's pretty good. I bet you if we played it, we would pick it over Until Dawn.
Oh yeah. I mean, next it'll go up against Horizon. Either one of these, so it doesn't really matter what we pick.
That's fair.
So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll go Until Dawn.
Okay.
Because we at least know what that is. I would like them to make another Little Big Planet.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to hop into it, but Astrobot probably took that over because Little Big Planet was kind of like their.
Yeah, but that's like more like player creation game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a media molecule.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think it's very similar in structure to Mario Maker 2, where like
Gotcha.
Nintendo had the campaign that you could play through and stuff, but then it's also very community driven
Okay,
of them making levels.
that's
and
pretty
stuff.
cool.
But yeah, and we have no idea what Media Molecule is doing, so I hope they're cooking up something because they put out that Sackboy's Big Adventure
Mhm.
with the PS5 launch, and that one was pretty dang good.
Oh, I didn't jump into that. I need to.
It was like a Mario 3D world
Oh, hell yeah.
of like that kind of not full 3D, but you still like a 2D side scroller on its axis, so
Mhm.
you can move up and down and left and right and stuff like that. It's pretty fun.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Next up, Infamous Second Son versus Ratchet and Clank.
I haven't played Second Son.
But it's Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, and
I never played Infamous either, but
I mean, I have played Ratchet and Clank, so I pick Ratchet and Clank.
I also with Second Son can't remember if people liked it.
It's not as highly favored compared to the OG trilogy,
Yeah.
but I've heard.
Trilogy. Made 3 of them?
Mhm.
Damn, I didn't know. I thought it was just 2 of them.
I think they made 3 of them.
I
I don't know either.
But also Ratchet and Clank, it's not just a remake. Because the movie is based on the game, and this game is based on the movie. Think about it like that.
It's a little confusing.
No. And I will say that this is probably one of the weaker Ratchet and Clank games, just because it's doing the cutscenes of the games are just scenes from the movie
Yeah.
and stuff. But it's still Ratchet and Clank, so
They're still fun.
I'm all about it. Next up, Detroit Become Human versus Resogun.
What is Resogun?
Resogun is Housemarque, the Returnal Sorrows team.
Okay.
So it's a bullet hell type of game. But I think it's like back when, like more of like a arcadey looking bullet hell type of game. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Like like 2D. And there's just like a bunch of shit going on.
Gotcha.
It's something that people talk very highly about, and I'd like to check it out at some point.
Bullet hells are fun, but they are fucking tough. They are very, very tough.
My brain doesn't work that way.
But,
so, unfortunately, neither of us have played it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a crime that Detroit Become Human moves on.
No.
Because I do think that the story is good, and just all the branching paths and stuff was really cool of like doing the platinum for the game and them because we still get these types of games with the Quarry and Dark Pictures stuff. But what was really cool about Detroit was you would finish a chapter and then it'd be like, here's the path that you took, and then it
Mhm.
would like zoom out, and then it would show like all the other branching things with the question marks. It's like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
And you could even couldn't you, like, travel to those moments too, to get those branching paths? Or,
Yeah, I
like,
think
something
so.
like that?
I think so.
So it made it a lot simpler than the quarry and other
Yeah, you didn't
shit.
have to like restart the chapter
Yeah.
as a whole just to get to the final decision at the
Mhm.
end of the chapter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really cool. And also, I saw a TikTok of somebody was playing Detroit, and it was the part where you're playing as Connor,
Mhm.
the cop, and he's chasing the dude like through the rooftops and the gardens up top and stuff like that. But he's like taking all the shortcuts, so like all the quick time events and everything.
Yeah.
And then uh Hank like falls off or whatever. And then it's like, what do you say? And it's like, damn, it's a good game.
It is.
And their next game is what's it? Star Wars Eclipse. If they would just get that out.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be good.
Detroit Become Human. Moving
Yep.
on. Oof. Ghost of Tsushima versus Marvel's Spider-Man
Fuck.
2018.
That's okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I have played through the Spider-Man campaign at least 3 to 4 times.
Is this the greatest?
Ghost of Tsushima, I played through it once, and yes, it was an amazing story, great character arc and everything, especially that ending. Not gonna spoil it for everybody, but
Well, you made the wrong decision anyways.
one.
Your uncle?
Oh,
You talking about Tsushima or
yeah,
Spider-Man?
no, Tsushima.
Okay, yeah. You made the wrong decision. I made the right decision.
Nah, you should have just killed him.
I'm not gonna spoil it, so let me spoil it real quick. Um, yeah, again, this is another unfortunate pairing.
Mhm.
Again, randomized 3 times. I didn't do this because I would not have put Bloodborne and Final Fantasy VII Remake together.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I'm also just a sucker for Spider-Man.
Mm.
I mean, I remember like it's a game that I've played the opening to. I don't know how many fucking times.
Mhm.
Because just that beginning scene of just him getting ready and everything, and then you jump out the window, then it's like hold R2 to swing. It's like, fuck,
Yes.
man, that's
Yeah.
so sick.
Insomniac did a fucking amazing job on that game.
And then they do that with every Spider-Man game. It just doesn't hit the same. It's
Yeah.
like that first time, your first time, you never forget it.
Yep.
But like that, and I remember when the game was coming out, and uh, they had because this was back when E3 was a thing, and apparently at the last E3, so I guess it would have been E3 2018, they showed the Sinister Six cutscene and
Mm.
everything, but I didn't watch it because I was like, the game's about to come out. Like, I don't want to fucking. And I think this was also in my time of not watching movie trailers either. So I was just like I'm gonna play the game. I don't need to fucking see anything. And like them keeping spoilers, Doc Ock a secret the whole time,
Mhm.
and like you get the call at the beginning, and it's like your boss is calling you, and it's like whatever. Then you go to the lab, and they have like the arms there to be like, oh, it's Doc Ock, but he's like a good guy.
It
And
was
then the
really good.
ending,
Remember when you thought Iron Man was gonna be in it?
that's what everybody was saying. I thought, and then I saw because I beat the game, and then I watched the trailer that everybody
Mm.
was saying Iron Man 2 because it was that Sinister Six thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck was saying, why were you saying this had nothing to do with Iron Man? like like I thought what it was I thought that he was like in a room with the Sinister Six or something, and I thought
Mhm.
like somebody was like flying in, but like you don't see who it is. I'm like, oh well, then Iron Man. But then
Nope.
it's like somebody just shows up and he's not even like you. It's like you know, like the way he says, like, who the fuck was thinking Iron Man?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just going off of what everybody else was saying. I was like, well, he was obviously teased in the trailer.
That would have been so freaking cool though.
So we're in agreement.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Sorry, Ghost of Tsushima. You're very good. Next up, Concrete Genie versus Gravity Rush 2. Two games
Well,
I've never
yeah.
played.
Same.
um, I think the popular opinion is Gravity Rush 2,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna go Concrete Genie because I at least know a little bit more about this game because kind of funny like reviewed it back in the day and they had like the developers there to like do an interview and uh one of the guys at kind of funny cool Greg uh used to tag like spray paint and stuff and Concrete Genie is like your spray painting and
Mhm.
stuff like that. um Another game I want to check out.
It's a shit, what's it called? VR, right?
I think it has a VR mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can play it in both. um but they knew that Cool Greg, the developers, they knew that Cool Greg was like a big fan of the game and you know all this stuff, and they like made him a custom print for him and stuff. It was really cool.
That is pretty cool.
So because of that, congratulations, you get to move on. All right, next up, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy versus Judgment.
Judgment?
Yeah, this is in the Yakuza universe. It's like where you're the
Uh,
detective.
okay.
I think people actually really like it. But
Mhm.
again, never played it.
Yeah. Uncharted.
But this was a like for a game that the first Uncharted game without Nathan Drake, I think it still holds up as one of the better ones.
It is good. I remember whenever I got to the final, fight and everything, and you were in a party with me, and I was like, I'm about to get my ass kicked. And you're like, great, good thinking, Skylar.
You go.
You're already gonna mess up your confidence like that.
Yeah. It's like, well, I'm fucked. It's like, good. That's the way to think.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, no, and then I was also gonna say that it introduced the thing that Naughty Dog started doing with like open area levels,
Yeah.
but then it's also like this game and Last of Us Part 2, those are the only games that they've made. So,
They have really slowed down on their
well, it's because they
developing.
were working on because they were the one, Naughty Dog was the ones making the Factions game.
Mm.
And then at a point, they were like, hey, if we do this, we're going to have to become the studio. And so they decided to cancel it. Some people say it's just because the game just wasn't coming together. So they canceled it. But I don't like, I feel like it's just such an easy thing to do. Like,
They did it with the first game.
like it's the last, yeah, but it was like, think like The Last of Us meets The Division is what this Factions game was supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't just like a Factions, like the arena multiplayer mode.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad they stopped.
You don't understand.
You're right, I don't.
All right, next up, Uncharted Lost Legacy. Moved on.
Mhm.
Dreams versus The Order 1886. So Dreams is Media Molecules next game. So they
Okay.
did all the Little Big Planets, and then they did Dreams, and it was the same thing of like they had levels that you could do, but then it was also very player community driven. You
Mhm.
could like make your own levels and stuff. And this was like making like because I guess a Little Big Planet I don't know too much about, but Dreams was like people were like making games in here that you could play. But I never played The Order.
Oh, man. Okay, people hated The Order, and I honestly do not understand why. Like, I can't grasp why, because I had a great time playing it, and I even got, like, really involved in the story and stuff, and it ends on a fucking cliffhanger. It's never gonna get another one because it didn't do well,
Order
but
1886 and a half.
but, like, yeah, I don't know, like, even the graphics still hold up and everything. It looks really good, but that's the one I would go with just because I've never gotten into Dreams at all. I didn't even know it was a community-driven game.
Yeah, that's what Media Molecule does a lot.
Mhm.
I don't even know what these other uh oh, the studio shut down in 2024. Ready at Dawn,
Mm.
who made The Order. But then also co-developed by Sony Santa Monica, the God of War studio. Very interesting. All right, I'll go with you. The Order 1886 moves on.
Alright.
Next up, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture versus The Last of Us Part 2. I don't even know what Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is, so I'll just go ahead and move The Last of Us Part 2 over.
I got I got it for free, I think, one time, and it's very much like a did you play What Remains of Edith Finch? Where you're going around the abandoned
No,
house and
but
stuff?
I know kind of about it.
I'm pretty sure it's like that because, like, you go to this town and nobody's there. They've all been raptured, I guess.
Wait, is that why they call
No way.
Oh
But
my god. Download it.
I didn't get very far in it though, so I can't really speak too much on it.
Hmm. Also co-developed by Sony Santa Monica. The world developers, the Chinese room. Uh, they made an Amnesia game.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but you're also going up against The Last of Us Part 2.
yeah.
So that's a unfortunate standing. Uh, Last of Us Part 2, good characters, good story, even though it's divisive, but it worked for me. I know aspects probably didn't work for you that well, but
Yeah. I strongly, strongly think they could have made some different decisions on it, but
oh, but I did want to ask you, because I was going to ask you this the other day, but I knew that we're going to do this episode, so I was like, I'll save it. So, Last of Us Part 2, like
mhm.
I know the obvious reasons why people don't like it. Of cover your ears. Uh, Joel dying in like 5 seconds, and then you play as Abby for essentially the second half of the game.
Mhm.
Is there any other reason why people don't like this game?
Um,
Because like gameplay, you can't point at because
they
that's even better. But
they absolutely hate the fact that Ellie is like on a bloodthirsty revenge quest and kills all these people to get to Abby, and then she lets her live at the end. And I can't help but like agree a little bit because it's like I understand what they were trying to do with the story and be like, oh, it's just gonna be like, well, she kills Abby, then Lev's gonna come after her, and it just continues the cycle. But like, it doesn't fucking make sense, especially whenever she like left her family behind. She leaves her family behind, and like, shit, what's her name? Her
uh,
girlfriend,
Dean,
Dina. She leaves Dina and the kid behind to go all the way to California to kill her.
California.
And she gets there and then all of a sudden has this like revelation of, you know what? No.
Oh, it's 'cause we saw the second half of the conversation.
You know what? She should have had that second half show up before she
Ah,
left. That's the part that just doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
the Chinese room helped make an amnesia game. She had amnesia, and then
Whatever.
it finally got to her.
It's stupid. Okay. That part is really stupid in my opinion. She let go of her happiness to go do that and then didn't even fulfill it. It
Okay,
does.
well,
It's dumb.
thank you.
Yep.
That doesn't because like obviously there's the two
Mhm.
like obvious answers of why people hate it, and so I was like, is there literally anything else?
Mhm.
Is there anything else? Okay. Uh, now we have our last round one pairing: Death Stranding versus Drive Club.
Well, obviously Death Stranding.
So obviously, Drive Club.
We're not much of a racing game, guys.
No, and I don't even think racing people were that into Drive Club. So
Was this one the one where you could drive like all throughout the United States or something like that?
no, that was the Crew.
Oh, okay, okay.
That was I think that's a Ubisoft
It
joint.
is.
Uh, yeah, I think Drive Club was just like I don't like just multiplayer racing. Like you're
Okay.
just in a persistent world and there's just people
Mm.
everywhere. Um, so yeah. And then Death Stranding. I'm sorry, I've sold my soul to Kojima. I gotta vote for it.
Mhm.
But I mean, like characters are sick. Uh, Sam isn't too sick, but it gets made up by all the other characters, so
Yeah.
it works out. I mean, you fucking uh, Die Hard, man, dude,
You and Die Hard,
what a
man.
fucking guy. Uh, and I think also there's a testament to both you and me playing the game when it first came out and being like, "This ain't it," but then coming back to it years later
Mhm.
and then really liking this game and then playing Death Stranding 2 and then really liking that as well. So it's like, all right, there's something to this.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
You just gotta
You have to get over that weird because his games just don't play like any other game. And you have to get over that weird learning curve with it and just like the odd feel of his games.
the best way I've heard it is because people also talk about uh, his stories just being super convoluted and everything,
Mm.
and they are. But the best way I've heard somebody talk about it is listen, I bought the ticket to the Kojima show. I'm here to watch the show.
Mhm.
It's like I'm just here to see whatever stuff he does.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not here to fully understand everything and all this. I just want to see what crazy shit he does.
Yeah.
And
Pretty much.
he doesn't. All right. So that was the end of round 1. Going into round 2, your competitors, your your face offs. There we go. I had to think of it. Look like this: Shadow of the Colossus versus God of War 2018, Neo versus The Last Guardian, Final Fantasy VII Remake versus Persona 5 Royal, Horizon Zero Dawn versus Until Dawn. Oh,
Oh.
Ratchet and Clank versus Detroit Become Human, Marvel Spider-Man versus Concrete Genie, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy versus The Order 1886, and The Last of Us Part 2 versus Death Stranding. Here we go. Shadow of the Colossus versus God of War.
Hmm. God of War.
Yeah, I'm saying God of War. I think I think the atmosphere and the actual like climbing the colossi and all that stuff is really cool. But I mean, like God of War, man,
Yeah.
that was such a surprise. Of I'd never played any of the other God of War games, so going into this, them completely uh, redefining the game of the first games being essentially button mashers
Mhm.
to an extent, which you could also say God of War 2018 is, but in a different way. Uh, but I mean, like, man, story moments are just so sick.
They are. They are.
The ending's sick. Uh, I mean, the opening is set with Baldur showing up. You just don't know it's Baldur. The
Dude, and that
stranger
fight
showing
is
up.
crazy.
Uh, but then there's just a bunch of this stuff in the middle of, Atreus is sick. You got to come back home.
Mhm.
And again, I never played any of the God of War games, but close your ears. When he pulls out the Blades of Chaos, it's like, I have no connection to these things, but that moment is hype as hell.
Oh, dude, it's fucking badass. Because I know everybody was wondering, like, where are the blades?
Of just,
Mofo had them hidden.
it's like, uh, you are a monster. It's like, but I am your
I'm your
monster no
monster no
more.
longer.
It's like, damn, fuck. All right, God of War, moving on.
Yeah,
You had a good fight, Shadow. You're still awesome. I'll play you anytime.
it is good.
Neo versus The Last Guardian.
I'm gonna go with The Last Guardian.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just have to go with it's the one that I played.
Hmm.
So, Final Fantasy VII Remake versus Persona 5 Royal.
You've played both. This is just like last round, okay? So,
Damn. Because I think both of these games have problems in the same way. Of because we'll get to Persona games at some point,
mm,
and it's the same thing that did I play recently? It was like Persona.
I don't know.
Damn. Oh, Expedition 33.
Oh, okay.
Um, uh, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal, Expedition 30. They all have the same. I had the same problem with all of them, and it's that when you get to like the main part of the main story, you get
Mm.
to like the story beats and stuff. They're really good, but then you just have these moments of just in between that is just so boring to me. Like I just like
Oh, like kind of like going back to the hub and doing those side quests and stuff like that.
yeah, and like with Persona 5 or in all the Persona games is you have these like in Persona 3 you have Tartarus that you're going up and Persona 4 you have uh the dungeons and in Persona 5 you have the palaces and there are these really cool moments in the game and all this stuff. But then like in Persona, you do these cool moments, but now you have to go back to class for like a month. Yeah, then you're just going to class, and then you're continuing on with these side stories with like all these other characters, and
Hmm.
you're developing friendships with these people, and some of the stories are really interesting and and stuff like that. Um, but then like Expedition is the same for me. If you have these really cool story moments, but then you get to the in between parts, and it's just a thing that it
Just too much of a
unfortunately just
slowdown.
slows down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because I do think that Final Fantasy VII Remake and Persona 5 Royal are on the same level, but I do think that 7 Remake, the in between stuff, isn't as boring.
I gotcha.
So I will say 7 remake.
Wow. Okay.
And then you also just get to, again, the final semester is cool and everything, but it was weird of having the setup for the last semester interweaved into the base game.
Hmm.
It's kind of like there's some weird stuff in here. And like you're not really. I mean, it works to the game because then you get to the end. It's like, oh, this is what we were doing.
Hmm.
But also 7 remake. Come on,
Yeah.
they're both great games. Uh, Horizon Zero Dawn versus Until Dawn.
Horizon.
You got robot dinosaurs. Congratulations.
Yes.
Ratchet and Clank versus Detroit Become Human.
I'm gonna have to say Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank is pretty fucking
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go with that one. They have more games out. I mean, it's a collectathon. Detroit's a really good game, but Ratchet and Clank just takes the cake.
Ooh, a good cake. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, like again, this is our bracket, and I'm very biased against Ratchet and Clank. I've played it since the first one on PS2,
Hmm.
and just really love the series. Next up, Marvel Spider-Man versus Concrete Genie.
Well, Spider-Man, obviously.
Damn. Sorry, Concrete.
Unfortunate matchup for you.
Uncharted Lost Legacy versus The Order 1886.
Uncharted.
Agreed. I never played The Order. And The Last of Us Part 2 versus Death Stranding. Ooh.
The Last of Us. I'm going to say that only because the story is okay. The story is not as good as Death Stranding's, but the gameplay is way better than Death Stranding's and less frustrating to use.
Yeah, but in Last of Us, you can't build roads.
Yeah, because people don't want to grind for 40 hours to build a highway.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
It's not like chapter 3 for like 30 hours. It's like, oh, you're like 50 hours in, you beat the game? No.
Like, me personally, I had fun with Death Stranding. I had more fun with The Last of Us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's an unfair fight, but Last of Us Part 2, I do agree. Death Stranding's still very good.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, maybe you'll have your redemption if we ever do best PS5 game. All right, that was the end of round 2. So now we're down to 2, 4, 6, 8 games. So we got God of War versus The Last Guardian, Final Fantasy VII Remake versus Horizon Zero Dawn, Ratchet and Clank versus Marvel Spider-Man, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy versus The Last of Us Part 2. Very interesting because the last 2 brackets
Mm-hmm.
are Insomniac versus Insomniac and Naughty Dog versus Naughty Dog. All right, God of War versus The Last Guardian.
God of War.
Yeah. We're fans of The Last Guardian, but again,
yeah.
unfair advantage.
It is very
God
unfair.
of War.
Yeah.
Last Guardian we think is here. God of War, I
Yep.
need like 3 more arms.
It's up there.
To go even higher. Final Fantasy VII Remake versus Horizon Zero Dawn.
I'm gonna go with the remake.
Yeah. Robot dinosaurs can only take you so far. But yeah, it's something interesting with Horizon is like it's such an interesting world and everything. And I think the first game's story is definitely better than the second one. Because you just have like the mystery of like what the fuck is going on, and
Hmm.
and all this stuff, and you find out that like what is like Aloy is a descendant of Elizabeth or
No,
something
she's
like that.
her clone.
Her clone, that's
Hmm.
what it is. Descendant clone. Yeah.
Hmm. Yep.
Uh, but yeah, it's something that hopefully like it's a game that I'm not completely against, or a series that I'm not against, but I hope that the third one can bring it back.
Me too.
But
Hope it bounces back a little bit.
you fought valiantly, Horizon. Uh, Ratchet and Clank versus Marvel Spider-Man.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
it's unfortunate. I love Ratchet and Clank, but but
Hmm.
if this was Rift Apart, I'd be fighting for it a bit more.
Okay.
Uh, but Ratchet and Clank, this one, the 2016 one, was a very good like bringing Ratchet and Clank back. I think because at this point they had started doing the like co-op Ratchet and Clank games that I just didn't play because they didn't look good,
Hmm.
which was a detriment to them because then they made Into the Nexus, and I didn't realize that it was a sequel to A Crack in Time, which is my favorite Ratchet and Clank game. And so I never played Into the Nexus.
You still haven't?
No,
Oh, damn.
it's because Sony is stupid and PlayStation 5 you can only stream PlayStation 3
That's right.
games.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not playing this streamed. It's a fucking shooter.
Fair enough. Yeah, that
Even
would
that
suck.
slight delay is gonna fuck things up.
Yep.
Which I'm also like, is it really that hard? Like, I feel like at this point we could make a PS3 that's like this big, and then you just put it into the PlayStation.
They could. I
It works.
really do think they could.
Let me play it. And Uncharted: The Lost Legacy versus Last of Us Part 2. Naughty Dog versus Naughty Dog.
Mm,
Who's gonna win?
I'm gonna go with Last of Us.
Yeah. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, still very good,
Yeah, it was fun.
especially with it being not Nathan Drake. You're bringing back,
Nadine
yeah,
and Sam.
2 characters from previous games. His Nadine was 4?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, bringing them back, bringing Sam back also, having him be like the comic relief character of Chloe and Nadine are being so super serious and everything. And, honestly, if you think about it, uh, Hobbs and Shaw kind of ripped off Uncharted Lost Legacy.
It honestly did.
Yeah. Because you got Chloe and Nadine being Jason Statham and The Rock. And then you have Sam being Kevin Hart on the plane.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, you are right.
He's got to show up in Fast 10 Part 2.
Mm.
Come on. Oh my God, that'd be so fucking funny. All right. We're down to the final 4. We got God of War versus Final Fantasy VII Remake. And Marvel Spider-Man versus The Last of Us Part 2. God of War versus Final Fantasy VII Remake.
God of War.
God of War. I agree. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake, very, very, very good.
Oh,
But it's also 1/3 of a story.
Yep. Exactly. Well, God of War is like half a story, but whatever. It's a lot more fun though.
Yeah, but the moments are cooler.
Yeah, they are.
You don't fight on a freaking dragon.
Fair enough.
You just fight a hell house.
Fuck that boss fight.
Yeah, that's what ruined my hard run.
Oh yeah, you never did get
past
through it.
Like, man, this is bullshit. I just went the platinum. All right, Marvel Spider-Man versus Last of Us Part 2.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Sorry, Last of Us, but Spider-Man. Give Ellie a web shooter and we'll talk.
That would be funny.
But I do think that because I don't have as many issues with Last of Us Part 2 story like everybody else does, and you do, apparently. but uh but I also just think that Marvel Spider-Man is just a very solid, especially Spider-Man story, where even like, I'd say it's definitely the best of the 3 that they put out so far. Because like Miles Morales was honestly just too short of a game.
It was.
And then Spider-Man 2 is just something that it's like, can we just not get the whole Venom black suit Spider-Man storyline right? Like, I don't understand why that's just such a difficult thing to do. All right. 2 Titans. God of War versus Marvel's Spider-Man. They both have very excellent qualities about them.
They do.
They're both the better stories of their series. Because I do think that God of War story is better than Ragnarok.
I agree.
Okay. They both have great side characters. Just take out the missions, the Mary Jane missions and the Miles mission. Even though Miles mission not that bad, because that was kind of a scary mission of being chased by Rhino.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was gonna say good villain. Oh, well, I guess Baldur's the villain. It's like, who's the villain in God of War?
Yeah.
Very good villains.
Oh, and don't forget Modi and Thor's sons. That was like a pretty cool boss fight.
Remember them that much?
Oh, really?
But then that does set up the second game. Yeah, I think I'm voting God of War.
Me too. And I was actually going to say that because you said minus these missions for Spider-Man. The fact that Spider-Man even has missions that we're just like, oh, we have to get through that, makes God of War a bit better.
I mean, like, both of these games came out in 2018, like months apart from each other. Like, God of War was like April, and then Spider-Man was September. And I feel like these are the 2 games that are like how people are looking at the PS5 now. It's like, oh, it's just not as good as PS4. Like, this is the time period that we're talking about. Like, this is where like stuff like really started to get kicked off.
Yes.
But yeah, I think, I mean, God of War, I think ekes it out. Insomniac did very good with Spider-Man. But then I think just the what's the word? I'm just gonna say like recreation of God of War, of just taking this thing that was and now kind of soft rebooting it, just in the sense of like all that old stuff still happened, but now we're in the Norse mythology, and now we have a more behind the shoulder action and stuff like that.
An older Kratos, one that's trying to do better in life, and he's got a son now,
Mimir. Oh my god! So 32 games entered, 1 stands above them all. Congratulations, God of War 2018.
Yep. Round of applause.
Is this how this would have gone for you? Now that we've found our official winner, out of all the games that were on the list, is this what would have made it to the end for you?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it was it's either God of War or Bloodborne, honestly.
Mm. Mine would have been God of War or Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah. 'Cause yeah, I know that Bloodborne, you know, because people do love the stories of their games and the lore and all that stuff. Personally, it's just not something that I get into, but
Mhm.
I am into the gameplay side of things and it's also and I think this can also go to my thoughts on Persona 5 and stuff also. But as it's always your first game is your favorite game, type of thing.
Yeah.
And Bloodborne was the first from soft game that I actually got into
Mhm.
because I had tried it multiple times, but I just could never get past the cleric beast at the beginning. And then whenever it was 2020, 2021, whenever it was, uh, I started the game again and was like, all right, let's try this again. And then I finally beat the cleric beast, and then that just
Mhm.
that just propelled me forward. I was like, I can do this. Just went on, and so it's a thing of that was my first one that I actually got into, and I beat and I platinumed. No big deal. Uh, and I can say the same with Persona. Like people love Persona 5 Royal, and that's their favorite and stuff. But
Yeah.
for me, it's still Persona 3 Reload. But that was the first one that I played, type of thing. And it's like maybe if I started at 5 Royal, then that would be my favorite, type of thing.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
But but yeah, very solid list of games.
It is.
Even though we haven't played all of them, but I've at least heard of most of them.
Mhm.
I think the only one was just Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I hadn't heard about before.
Which is surprising. I am surprised you haven't heard of that.
Well, all right. God of War 2018
Mhm.
is the best PS4 game, according to us. Comment below what would have won if you did the bracket.
Yeah, let us know.
Uh, Keeping everything the way it was, even of how unfair some of the competitions were. But again, I put them in release order, random, random, random.
Mhm.
So this was on me. All right. Don't forget to check out our gameplay videos uploading this week of Hitman, Metro Prime 4 Beyond, and Silent Hill F. And we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.